All right. So we had somebody that wanted to know exactly what I put into our juice, our vegetable juice. That's helped my blood pressure, not on those nasty blood pressure medications. We're off of multivitamins. This gives you all your vitamins, so we're saving money in that aspect. We're not having to put synthetic vitamins into our body. This covers your everything. We usually do like a little 12-ounce glass a day. I make enough here to go in these 2 jars, and possibly there's gonna be another jar because I'm gonna do a little more this week because we're gonna be going out of town, and I don't wanna leave half of my vegetables in the refrigerator for another 5 or 6 days when they've been here already for about 4 or 5. Normally we do a whole bunch of carrots will be used. Now the kale comes in 3 different kinds. It don't matter what, kale's kale. I usually split this in half and only wash what I'm gonna use and then put the other half up for another batch. I'll buy 2 of the carrots bundles, use 1 bundle in the juice, half of the kale, a whole cucumber, and then half of a celery stalk. All this is organic. And then I usually use 1 whole thing of beets, the beets plus the green part. Usually when you get these, cut those greens off if you're gonna hit in the refrigerator for a while because they will suck all the nutrients out of the beets. So I usually just divide them up, keep them in the same bag together, but we usually do the big red beets and they usually comes in 3. I'll use all 3 of them. So I'm gonna use this whole pack. Romaine lettuce comes in a bundle. I usually divide it like I do the kale. Spinach is the same way. I'll divide it and then somewhere, and oh, here we are. And parsley. Parsley comes in a bundle. I usually divide it. Use half in the juice and then the other half is for, dropping stuff here, is for the next juice I make. So we also do some grapes. I usually buy like a little thing of grapes and split them up. Put those in there. I got 2 apples, 1 whole lemon. We won't put the rind in. We'll do them like I do the oranges. I'll peel that out. Half a pineapple and a pear. Usually that does it, but we sometimes will fill up some with coconut water. So this is probably gonna make way more than I normally do. So I know it looks like, wow, that's a lot, but you're gonna half all this stuff and then save it for another juicer part. So I'm gonna go ahead and power it up. And put that there. And I'll start dropping stuff in and let it do its thing. Now you would think the lemon would have a crazy taste, but we've had it without the lemon and with the lemon. And definitely with the lemon just adds that freshness or that crisp citrusy flavor. It's a sweet juice. It's by no means. Oh, I hit the button wrong. It's a sweet juice. It's not a sour juice. You think with all that it would be, but with the lemon, I think takes a little bit of that plant base out, and then like the apples and the pears and the grapes. We started out a little at a time, and we try to figure out what we like best. And we seem to like this setup here. I add some things sometimes and take away some things sometimes. Might not have, sometimes they don't have carrots in the store. And I just don't want to put bad carrots. And I try to do all organic because it is going straight into our bloodstream instantly with this, and just not much on the chemicals. With the organics, they don't last as probably long as some of the other ones. I don't know why. So I try to watch and get it coordinated where we're using them up so they do not spoil or get mushy. Sometimes your pears can start to get that way. They sit around long enough. Yeah, but there's some goodness coming out. Yeah. Just watch it and see how close we're getting. All right, of that. Let that drain right quick. You get that thing too close and it will want to spill on you. And after you do all that stuff, I got 2 jars. I like to pour half or mostly in that one and then divide it. You know, for both of us, we go through it. I make sure they say not to really drink more than a glass a day. We don't. If it's here and you're gonna make it, and you got more than enough, just put it in there and get it done. It's nothing but life. All right. I got all the sweetness done here. And then we're going to go straight into the greens. And it can take a little longer. Sometimes the juicers, when you get to this leafy stuff, it wants to holler and make all kinds of noises. All right, so we get the greens coming in here. All right, push this through. Get fast at that. Okay, let's see. Start feeding. Start pushing that pear through. It's getting quick to be up there already on that as well. Smell the green. Shut it back off, let it drip there for a second. Boy, we're filling this up quick. I got so much more. All right, I'm gonna try to go ahead before that gets too busy. Let's get some beets in there. Right here. Oh, look out. Put the whole thing in there. I did buy at one time like a carrot peeler and was peeling the beets. And I'm like, why am I doing that? That's full of nutrition. So I quit doing that. And I just cut them bad boys up and put them in there. Let that do its thing. they say that this root, you can get your beets with the roots. That's the best ones you can get. That's where a lot of super vitamins are located, or in that. So we did a lot of research and looked to see what the best to juice, which had the best nutrients. What was going to be, what we were looking to do is clean out my arteries, get my blood pumping right, get the heart all doing what it needs to do. It's for your skin, your nails, your hair. I mean, I've noticed that I auto detail, and my elbows used to hurt, and then, I didn't want to be on pain medication. That's not what I needed to do, and found out when I started juicing here, I don't have any elbow issues anymore. My elbows don't hurt, my knees don't hurt. I have noticed that because usually when I'm done working a week, this would be all tender because you constantly wax on, wax off, which is really not true. But, yeah, and now I'm not having that. All right, so we'll get that in there. Let's get us a couple pieces of vitamin K, I think. Kale. Kale doesn't really like to go through the grinding part. You can hear why. I think that's a mating call. The blender, it's calling for another mate to help it out because I juiced the heck out of it. Let's give it another one. Yeah. Oh, I missed it. All right, so we're moving right along. Let's get us a little parsley in this one. Now this gives you energy. Natural energy. I am not a coffee drinker. Never have been. Maybe back in the before Jesus days when I drank and was out in the clubs, I might have coffee in the morning to get me through work, but it wasn't. Never had that caffeine need. But you can get tired. But that right there seems to give you a boost in the mornings. Get all those dead ones off of there. All right, let's see how this bad boy goes. Send it on down. Get us some spinach. Now I have clogged this up before, but it has a reverse. Looks like a bunch of salad. Doesn't want to go through. But we're getting some juice out of it. See if we can get some other help. Go back to you can do it. So you sit back, let it wait. And that's going to tell me I need to reverse because there's a lot of stuff in there. All right, we'll let that reverse here. Bring a little bit out, then I'm going to put it through salt and see if that will help. Oh man, there we go. Juice it out, reverse it back, and then I'm going to full. We need like nitrous oxide on this juicer. All right, wide open. Let's see if that'll push it through. If not, I gotta do some cleaning out. Yeah, I don't know. I might be able to make it here. All right, I'll get some more spinach. Make it strong like Popeye. Another nice celery. There we go. Let it push through. Yeah, boy, that's a lot of good juice. You know what? If your kids don't like to eat vegetables, you give them this. I mean, it's sweet. It's really good. The red beets make it look like them, red. Them yellow beets, you're gonna have more of the green texture of the lettuces and stuff on there. All right, so we'll stop that for a minute. But yeah, it's usually all red. You would think, oh man, that's gonna be earthy. But if I could drink more than a glass, I would drink a lot more of it. But they tell you that that's all your body needs. You don't want to overdo your system because it will go right into it. Let's see, that's some good old chunks of life. All right, so I'll get this cleaned up here. And that's pretty much it. We're going to do a little bit more of this, but I think everybody gets the gist now on your cucumber. Like I said, a whole one. I should slice it in little pieces here. And then we'll just roll those in there. And I'll let you see what cucumber juice looks like. It's green. Smells so good. Now again, I'm making for two. This lasts us 5 or 6 days for both of us. If you're just making for yourself, you might be able to take those vegetables and put them in. Always use a whole bundle of carrots. I feel like that's half a bundle of celery. You need that. I think you could do. You can have the spinach, half the romaine, and half the kale. I think that you could probably do that in the threes if you want to, if you're making enough for you. But you make enough. 5 or 6 days is about all you're really going to want to keep it, and that's about all you're going to. It doesn't last much longer. We make sure of it. It'll stay fresh. Keep it in glass. Don't put it in plastic. It just seems to be a lot fresher with the mason jars or anything kind of glass container like that one we had. So, yeah, get it, try it. If you follow this recipe with what I put in it, it'll be amazing. It's like I get excited to do it. When we run out, I'm like, I gotta make juice. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe. Tell us what you think about it. Give it a try, and then give us some comments. We thank you so much for listening, following, and watching. God bless you.